car of Jim Horsch. Road to the inside from Beatrice, Nebraska, the number 30 car. That is Jordan Grabowski. And to the outside from Idaho Falls, Idaho, the 12 of Reed Payne. Row number 3 from Wilton, Iowa, the 71 of David Brandy. To the outside from Grettinger, Iowa. He was your fastest overall here tonight in hot laps and time trials. The 11M of Jake Masters. Row 4 to the inside from Altoona, Iowa, the 35 JW. That is Casey Wilkin. And to the outside, the number 11 from North Platte, Nebraska. That is Joseph Cooper. Starting tail and Charlie here tonight from South Haven, Minnesota. The 25A, Andrea McCain. 9 cars, 8 laps. Heat race number 1 of 3. For the Conklin Vehicle Products Dirt Crown Knoxville Invitational, presented by Herbster Angus Farms.
Presented by who?
Herbster Angus Farms.
Oh, how about that? Have you been to Herbster Angus Farms?
I have not. I have not.
6 laps in distance, right? Everybody?
8 laps.
8 laps in, oh my.
8 laps of distance.
My.
Yes.
Let's go.
And a 20-lap dirt track bank A main here tonight as well. No B mains tonight. All cars will transfer.
Invitational only, and a non-points race for these drivers.
Yes.
So their points battles have been decided already.
Yep, points battles have been decided already, and Jordan Grabowski is the champion for the West Series, the number 30 machine. East Series, Dallin Murdy, and the number 99X, the game changer they call him. And looks like we're going to come to green, coming off turn number 4. It is Tyler Barabo and Jim Horsch, 14 junior and 21, leading them to green at Knoxville. Down the front stretch, down into turns 1 and 2. Up top's going to be the 21 car from Jim Horsch, looking right around the outside, while Tyler Barabo stronger on the bottom side, though. Jake Masters trying to work his way, get to the outside retaining wall, that 11M car. Here comes Grabo, side by side for that second place spot with Jim Horsch, as we've got him almost 4 deep off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Tyler Barabo is going to lead lap number 1.
How about that?
They call this the class too tough to tame, Dustin, one of your favorite classes. And here comes Grabo to the back bumper of the 14 junior of Tyler Barabo.
Jordan Grabowski trying to get a run in that 30 car. That's Jim Horsch in the 20. And look at Casey. Is that Casey Woken? It is Casey Woken, the former Kansas native, now calling Iowa home, about to call Nebraska home here soon. And there's the battle for the race lead. Tyler Barabo stays out front, but don't look now. Jordan Grabowski getting a run on the outside in the 30.
Grabowski, heel tuck tail now behind the 14 junior of Tyler Barabo. Look at the run from Grabowski now off turn number 2. Found the tack, put the pedal to the floor, and on the outside, around the outside, does he have the momentum to keep it coming off turn 4? Great battle for the race lead coming down the line, and give the race lead to Grabo.
Jordan Grabowski, we mentioned earlier, 21 wins on the year, but Tyler Barabo says, not so fast, my friend. They go side by side off corner number 9. I don't know if anybody knows this. I kind of like IMCA stock cars just a little bit. This is why. Just a little bit of love for these guys.
This is why, indeed. And that 3rd place up for grabs, and it is grabbed by Casey Woken, trying to reel in your top 2 here, the 35W, as Jake Masters right behind him, and then the 11M machine. Grabo starting to now pull away off the backstretch there, as it is Grabowski, Barabo, Woken, Masters, Brandy's, Horsch, Payne, Cooper, and McCain, your running order as we work off of turn number 4. Jordan Grabowski still with the race lead, Dustin.
Yeah, Jordan Grabowski started back in the 3rd spot to grab the lead. Casey Woken there, that's the black, blue, and green car on the inside of the racetrack, started back in 7th, and don't look now. But your overall quick qualifier, Jake Masters in the 11, trying to get some of that high side hustle build up. Again, he's in the 11 car just behind him. David Brandy's in the 71, Jim Horsch in the 21. They're coming around this time to 2 laps to go. Grabowski out front. 2nd is still Barabo. You're looking at the battle for 3rd.
Looking at the battle for 3rd as they enter turns number 1 and 2. Jake Masters lost a little momentum, scrubbed off some speed, found it back now, trying to run Woken down. No one's going to catch Grabowski at this point at the front of the pack, as it is Barabo sitting in 2nd. Battle for 3rd on your TV screens at home, as the white flag will be displayed this time by Jordan Grabowski, your race leader.
Jake Masters just got by Casey Woken that time at the line. That's the battle for third spot. Masters, Sands running out of the hourglass, I think, maybe to catch Baraboo. Still a great battle for third. On the left side of your screen, your race leader, Jordan Grabowski. The battle for the third spot on the right side. Scotty coming around to the checker.
Coming around to checkers indeed, as it is Jordan Grabowski taking home Downey Drilling Heat Race number 1. Second at the line will be Tyler Barabo, Jake Masters, Casey Woken, David Brandes. Your top 5, Jim Horsch, Reed Payne, Joseph Cooper, and Andrew McCain rounding out your field. So how these drivers got here this year, of course, we took the top 10 in points. Few drivers also winning some automatic qualifying races this year to get entered into this race. And then we had a couple of them that had declined. They had prior commitments, so a few other drivers being welcomed onto this as well. But I mean, everyone here, this is the Dirt Crown's best, and Jordan Grabowski just showed us why, as he is the West Series champion this year.
As the commissioner of the IMCA stock cars, I made my way through the pit area, of course, shaking some hands and kissing some babies. And I say that tongue-in-cheek, but I don't joke about this, Scotty. Every single one of these drivers said they've been looking forward to this event all year. Heat race number 2 has made its way on the speedway.
That it has, brought to you by Jet Racing, and we will see the Chelsea Charger of Damon Murdy, the 99D, start on the pole position to the outside from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. It's the 00 machine of Johnny Spa. Road to the inside from Columbus, Nebraska. It is the 83 car of Jeff Ware. To the outside from Beatrice, Nebraska, the number 19. That is Kyle Vanover. To the inside of row number 3, it is the 3 of Kelly Shryock from Fertile, Iowa. To the outside, Austin Bronner in the 10A from Platte Center, Nebraska. Final 2 starters, Taylor Huss from Fairbury, Nebraska in the 3H, and David Murray Jr. from Oberlin, Kansas in the 97M.
8 cars, 8 laps, and they take the green flag off corner number 4. Damon Murdy, the Pied Piper at the head of the back. Boy, this is a good heat race right here, man. Damon Murdy, Johnny Spa, Jeff Ware, Kyle Vanover, Kelly Schrock, Austin Brunner. Any one of these drivers could win this one, but it's going to be Damon Murdy getting the whole shot down the backstretch.
The Chelsea Charger not having to charge the field in this heat race, starting on the pole position, but he's going to have to contend with the double aught right there, the Johnny Spa and Kelly Shryock. Shryock has been on a tear lately, and it doesn't matter what stock car race you find that number 3 out of Fertile, Iowa. He has put that 3 car, the Lake Mills Motorsports entry, in victory lane. He'll take over that second spot from the 00 of Johnny Spa, and now he'll try to run down the 99D of Damon Murdy as they enter turns 3 and 4.
Kelly Shryock, a storied history, 9-time USMTS modified champion, finally grabbed his first ever Boone Super Nationals championship in the stock car just a few weeks ago, and now he's got to run down to the inside of Damon Murdy. That's a battle for the lead. He's trying to bring Johnny Spa with him. Shryock out front down the back straightaway. Murdy in the 99, Johnny Spa in the 00. You got a good one here in Jet Racing Heat number 2.
And Jet Racing Heat Race number 2. Kelly Shryock using the bottom side of the racetrack. You rarely see him on the high side. He knows how to work the bottom there. And Damon Murdy goes to the low side now, and Johnny Spa tries the high side, cannot find a way around Damon Murdy. He sits back in 3rd. Jeff Ware back in that 4th place spot, as Austin Bronner, Kyle Vanover, Taylor Huss, and David Murray Jr. making up the rest of your field.
We talked about Jordan Grabowski in that last heat race with 21 wins on the year, of course, between the stock car and the modified. Kelly Shryock, this is his 100th race of the year this year. Talking to him earlier, 23 wins between the mod and the stock car this year, and he's got himself an 0.8 of a second advantage over the battle on your screen. Again, that's Damon Murdy out of Chelsea, Iowa in the 99. That purple 00, Johnny Spa, trying to get a run on the outside. Spa and unable to get it done this time by 3 laps to go. 3 laps for your leader, Kelly Shryock.
3 laps to go for Shryock, as Jeff Ware, you see him, he can catch Johnny Spa in the corners, but they outpull him on the straights, as you see on your screens at home. Damon Murdy sits in 2nd. Johnny Spa trying to find a way around that 99D machine, but running out of time. Kelly Shryock well out in front in that number 3 machine, as he's off here on a Friday night cruise in the Knoxville Raceway, Dustin.
We double it up for those of you at home. One camera always on the race leader. That's Kelly Shryock in the 3 on the left side of your screen. Good battle for the bridesmaid honors on the right side side of your screen. That red and white 99D is Damon Murdy. The purple 00 is Johnny Spa. And Jeff Ware in that silver, that gray and green 83. This time by white flag is out. 1/2 mile remaining for Fertile Iowa's Kelly Shryock.
Shryock will come off at turn number 2. He'll hit the back chute for the final time in Jet Racing Heat Race number 2 into turns 3 and 4. Smooth sailing for the driver out of Fertile, Iowa. He'll pick up the checkered flag. Look at that battle for second, though. Johnny Spa trying to make it interesting as Shryock will take the checkers side by side down the front stretch. Give it to Johnny Spa for second. Third will go to Damon Murdy. And it will be Austin Bronner over Jeff Ware for 4th and 5th. Kyle Van over Taylor Huss and David Murray Jr. rounding out your field. Incredible driving by the number 3 there, Dustin Jarrett, as Kelly Shryock shows us once again what exactly he can do in that number 3 stock car.
Absolutely. As we talked about, Kelly Shryock already 23 wins on the year, looking to get number 24 here tonight. A gorgeous sunset for those of you watching at home. Off to the west for those of you here on the grounds, you can see it just off of turns 3 and 4. And with 2 Dirt Crown IMCA stock car heat races in the book, Scotty, just one more left to go for these drivers here tonight.
One more left to go indeed, and this brought to you by Zampa Racing, Malvern Bank, and Conklin Vehicle Products, as well as X Factor Motorsports and the Brand X Race Cars. And it will be from Martell, Iowa, the 20V of Dustin Viss, starting on the pole position to the outside from Springville, Iowa, the number 22 of Tanner Allen. Row 2 to the inside, the 16C machine. That is Tyler Fry out of Belleville, Kansas. And to the outside in the 72H, Micaiah Heidelbaugh from Menlo, Iowa. Row 3 to the inside from Corning, Iowa, the number 70 of Jesse Dennis. To the outside from Harlan, Iowa, is the S1 of Mark Lighting. And 4th and final row to the inside from Council Bluffs, Iowa, that is the 19D of Dustin Ray. And to the outside from Jamestown, Kansas, the 63C of Austin Carter.
So 8 cars once again will run 8 laps here in heat race number 3. Hey, we do have a housekeeping announcement for the folks here on the grounds. We have 2 vehicles that are illegally parked in handicap spots. They must be moved immediately. One is a white Tahoe. It is registered to Jamie Knoll. A white Tahoe registered to Jamie Knoll, and a black Ford Taurus registered to Wanda Rave. Again, those vehicles are, unfortunately, they are illegally parked in handicap spots. Knoxville Raceway has asked that they be moved or they will be towed immediately. Again, one is a white Tahoe registered to Jamie Knoll, and one is a black Ford Taurus registered to Wanda Rave.
If you can get those moved, would be much appreciated right here, right now. Final green flag for heat races, Conklin Vehicle Products, Dirt Crown Stock Car Invitational here at the Knoxville Raceway, presented by Herbster Angus Farms. Dustin Viss will grab the race lead early on here, but here comes Tyler Fry. Tyler Fry working to the back bumper of the 20V machine. Tanner Allen, number 22, as you've got him 2 by 2 through turns 3 and 4. And good battle for the race lead up front. Fry wants it. He'll get it. That 16G machine. As Dustin Viss says, not so fast. Trying to reel him in now from the outside as way up the racetrack. 72H of Micaiah Heidelbaugh.
Tyler Fry back in a stock car after running some sport mods throughout the course of the year. There's Dustin Viss. Only 3 wins for Dustin Viss this year. For a lot of drivers, that's a really good season. A down year for the veteran driver out of Martell, Iowa, there in the number 20. And just behind them in the 3rd spot, one of the B-Main Bobbies, Tanner Allen. He just got past that lap by the former IMCA modified champ at the Adams County Speedway. That's Jesse Dennis there in the black number 70.
Jesse Dennis running that 3rd place spot, and the B-Main Bobbies run 4th and 5th right now with Tanner Allen and Micaiah Heidelbaugh in the 22 and 72H machine. And it looks like Jesse Dennis trying to reel in Dustin Viss. 2 veterans going at it for that 2nd place spot. Tyler Fry doesn't care what's happening behind him. He's out front and loving every second of it here at the Knoxville Raceway.
A good battle there on your screen. That is the battle for the 2nd spot. The 70, Jesse Dennis out of Corning, Iowa, on the inside. Martell, Iowa's Dustin Viss was on the outside. He's able to sneak back by. We'll see if Dustin Viss can hold off the 70 for the time being. This happens about 1 second behind your race leader, Tyler Fry. This time by, crossed flag shown to the field. Scotty, 4 laps down, 4 laps to go. That's a whale of a battle for P2.
Yeah, whale of a battle indeed for P2. Battle happening deeper onto the field between Mark Lighting and Micaiah Heidelbaugh for a split second. But the battle is for second. second as it rages on. Jesse Dennis still trying to work to the inside of that 20V of Dustin Viss, and Tyler Fry, like Kelly Shryock in the heat race before, out for a Friday night cruise. And Micaiah Heidelbaugh, car just seems to be fading in that 72H machine. He was running the high line. Now he'll try the low line right behind the 63C of Austin Carter, as the battle for second, Dustin, still raging on. Dustin Ray at the back of the pack in the number 19D.
Well, you know, if there's a high line, Micaiah Heidelbaugh is going to find it. Right as we pan back up there, you just saw the leader flash out of your screen. Again, about a 1 second advantage for Tyler Fry over the second place car. Again, Dustin Viss turning back the challenges of Jesse Dennis, and they're about to have company by way of Tanner Allen. Less than 2 laps to go in this one. How about Mark Lighting, by the way, in that 5th spot, upside down in a wild accident at Beatrice earlier this season.
Yeah, upside down, but running strong here in that S1 as the white flag displayed here for Tyler Fry. Looks like Dustin Viss has put some distance between him and the 70 of Jesse Dennis. A little puff of smoke, it looked like, Dustin, out of the 16G of Tyler Fry going into 1 and 2, as he'll come into turns 3 and 4 to take the checkered flag in our final stock car heat race of the night, and he will do just that. Tyler Fry winning heat race number 3. Second will go to the 20V of Dustin Viss. Jesse Dennis in that 3rd place spot, followed by Tanner Allen, Mark Lighting, Austin Carter, Micaiah Heidelbaugh, and Dustin Ray. That'll do it for heat race action for the Conklin Vehicle Products Dirt Crown Stock Car Invitational here at Knoxville Raceway, presented by Herbster Angus Farms. Next time you will see us will be for a 20-lap Dirt Track Bank A main event. And Dustin, we'll turn things back over to you with the late models.
All right, Scotty, thanks so much. 20-lap main event for the Dirt Crown IMCA stock cars coming up a little bit later on this evening. We'll look forward to having you on then. Next on the agenda will be the first of 4 heat races for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. If you're watching at home, don't go anywhere. It's night number 2 of the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. This is MAV TV on FloRacing. All right, James Essex, heat race number 1 for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. This will be Penske Shocks heat race number 1. 12 laps in distance. Top 6 have been inverted. Top 5 race their way into the show. Your pole sitter will be the 2006 Knoxville Late Model Nationals champion. That is Squirrel Brian Shirley out of Chatham, Illinois. And on his outside out of Martinsville, Indiana, the SSI Motorsports 71, the New Deal, Hudson O'Neal.
Row 2 inside will be the current World of Atlas Series points leader. There'll be the B5, the Shepherd Riggs entry. There'll be Brandon Shepherd out of New Berlin, Illinois. And on the outside, the Reaper out of Marshalltown, Iowa, the Todd Cooney Motorsports Infinity of Ryan Gustin.
We move back to row 3. On the inside, we find last night's winner, Superman Jonathan Davenport out of Blairsville, Georgia in the 49. And on his outside, tonight's overall quick qualifier out of Centerville, Pennsylvania in the 111, that is Max Blair.
Starting 7th, he currently leads the O'Reilly Auto Parts Rookie of the Year chase out of Heinemann, PA. The 7th will be Drake Troutman, and on the outside, a 3-time winner here at Knoxville in the past. Out into Waverly, Texas, the best performance entry of Turbo, Tyler Erb.
And your final 2 starters in Penske Shocks heat number 1 out of Columbus Junction, Iowa, Jonathan Houston in the 42, and Gretna, Nebraska's Dan Battaglia in the 45. 10 cars set to run 12 laps, with the top 5 transferring out of Penske Shocks heat race number 1. And once again, the top 6 have been inverted based on their qualifying times in All-Star Performance Time Trials.
I want to know who brought in the stock cars, because they need a raise. Because I appreciate the commissioner himself. The trucks did a great job last night. Tomorrow night we'll have the Malvern Bank, but tip of the cap, there was no contact, nobody spun, no cautions in the stock car heats. Great job, guys.
Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Here we go.
We need these cars in Illinois, Ohio, and Indiana. These IMCA stock cars.
I would
Would you vote for that?
Oh, I am completely in favor of that.
All day long, brother.
Green flag is out in the Nutrien Ag Solutions starting zone. Penske Shocks heat number 1 is underway. James Bryan Shirley gets the early hole shot, but Hudson O'Neal's got the run on the outside.
Down the back straightaway, the 3S car. Again, the winner here in 2006. Hudson O'Neal, his dad, won here in 2011. To the outside goes Hud. Out at turn number 4. They're going to go side by side. Who's going to lead lap 1 as they power down the main straightaway? It's Squirrel Bryan Shirley.
Bryan Shirley out front. Remember, he had some trouble last night. Had to come through a B main. Hudson O'Neal right now in the second spot. Brandon Shepard just behind them in third. Last night's winner, Jonathan Davenport, currently rides fourth. And Ryan Gustin right now sits in the final transfer in fifth at the end of 2 laps. Shirley out front. Brandon Shepard closing in on Hudson O'Neal.
Right now, Davenport runs fourth. Gustin runs fifth. Good run out of 2. Shepard down the back straightaway. Here comes Davenport on the bottom as O'Neal loses 2 spots out of turn 2. Bryan Shirley, that Bob and Lisa Colton, Longhorn Durham, Caden Cam Ludwig, the crew chief on the 3S. Looking good here tonight at turn 1 with 3 in the books.
Right now, all on the bottom in this first heat race, James. And maybe a sign this track widens out just a little bit later on in the evening as well, as Hudson O'Neal may have a handling issue on that 71. That thing is pushing coming off the corner. Look at him, he goes way wide coming off the corner right there as both Drake Troutman and Max Blair trying to work their way by as O'Neal now goes to the high side of the speedway. That's the battle for fourth. So right now, both those drivers in the show. Your quick qualifier tonight, though, Max Blair, he's on the outside looking in. James, he needs to move up 1 more spot to race his way in.
Have we been so impressed with Drake Troutman this year? 19 years old. A good run, a great run at Florence in the Sunoco North-South 100. His first trip to Knoxville, slides up the track behind O'Neal, who loses a little bit of ground. Here comes Blair. Meanwhile, it's all Bryan Shirley out in front. The Chattanooga driver. Davenport will take a shot at second. You see Blair on the bottom of Drake Troutman as the 2 Keystone State drivers battle off at turn 4.
And this is important for Blair because if he's able to race his way in, he gets his qualifying time back. So he would start 8th. Again, the top of the 20 drivers that transfer into the show through their heat races, James, we take the top 8 qualifiers out of that group of 20 and invert them for the starting lineup. A long-standing tradition here with the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. 7 laps down this time by Blair hanging on to the 5th spot. O'Neal 4th, Davenport 3rd, Shep 2nd, and he is 2.5 seconds back of your race leader, Bryan Shirley.
Troutman, Gustin, Tyler Erb, and characteristically here at Knoxville running 8th in this race, Houston and Battaglia as they head down the main straightaway. 8 down, 4 to go. Bryan Shirley is led from the start. Unchallenged down the back straightaway. 2.839 seconds the advantage over Brandon Shepard. And you mentioned Davenport, O'Neal, Blair down the back straightaway. Troutman to run on Max. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Troutman. Drake on the outside of the 70, pulls even with him. Will we have a change of position again? They come side by side up a turn 4, Dustin.
That's the battle for the final transfer. Max Blair using the inside of the racetrack. The berm that kind of helped turn that car through the corners, very similar to what you see at Lernerville Speedway. 3 laps to go, make it 2 laps to go this time. Bryan Shirley out front by a mile in this one. He's got 3.5 seconds over your second place car, Brandon Shepard.
Drake Troutman leads Clay Harris by 115 to lap points tomorrow night for that Rookie of the Year chase. All 5 rookies, Troutman, Harris, Brendan Smith, Lawler, and Ferguson have never raced here. Meanwhile, side by side here as he tries to put a lap down on Houston as we have the Barron's Performance 1 lap to go.
Final time around that Barron's Performance, 1 lap to go. Bryan Shirley nearly a full straightaway. Out front in this one over Brandon Shepard, Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neal, and Max Blair seems to be solidly in that final transfer. Off corner 4 for the final time. Bryan Shirley gets the win in Penske Shocks heat race number 1. Second will be Brandon Shepard. Third, Jonathan Davenport. Hudson O'Neal 4th. And then Max Blair will round out the top 5, followed by Drake Troutman, Ryan Gustin, Tyler Erb, and the rest of the field. So finishing in the 5th and final transfer spot, it's the 111 of Max Blair. 4th, the 71 of Hudson O'Neal. 3rd, the 49 of Jonathan Davenport. 2nd will be the B5 of Brandon Shepard. And there's the winner of Penske Shocks heat race number 1. James, he's in that Bob Cullen Racing, Thompson Express, Hooker Trucking, J&J Ventures Gaming, VP Racing Fuels, Ted Brown's Quality Paint and car sponsored. Number 3S out of Chatham, Illinois. How about it for Squirrel, Brian Shirley? And as he makes his way around, let's go ahead and give you the starting lineup quickly for Summit Racing Heat Race number 2. It'll be pulling out on the track momentarily. 12 laps, top 5 transfer. T-Mac Tim McCready going to start on the pole of this one. And on his outside, the 93 of Carson Ferguson.
Row 2 on the inside, the Kohler Motorsports 20 RT out of Martinsville, Indiana. The current points leader, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Ricky Thornton Jr. And the James Ratliff Motorsports 18D out of Fayetteville, North Carolina. That is Dalton Wilson.
Devin Moran and Tyler Bruning make up row 3. Row 4 is going to be Chris Simpson and Clay Harris. Al Humphrey will start shotgun on the field in row 5. That's the lineup for Summit Racing Heat 2. Ben has got the winner of Penske Shocks Heat 1.
That's right, 21st and 9th last night. The 2006 champion of this event. He's got 12 Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville National starts to his credit. Went after 13 this year, and he pulls off the helmet. Brian, last night you had to come out of the B main. Tonight, front row for the heat race. What do you notice from the track tonight as compared to this point last night?
The track tonight is definitely way slicker. It's even slicker right now than it was by the end of our feature last night. So it's definitely going to be a different deal. It's going to definitely play into a different setup tonight for the features. So all in all, we did a bad job qualifying tonight, but it did put us out front of our heat race and was able to get the win.
Brian Shirley picks up the win, guys, in Penske Race Shocks Heat Race number 1. And again, as he said, different conditions tonight from last night. It's going to be interesting to watch these guys adjust these cars to be good for this 25-lapper Raider.
Yeah, Ben, last night's Todd Steele Building's hard charger. Brian Shirley, you mentioned 21st and 9th here one night ago. So it's McCready and Ferguson, Thornton and Wilson, Moran, Bruning, Chris Simpson, Clay Harris, Al Humphrey. Summit Racing Equipment Heat number 2 at the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Again, they get points for qualifying. That's tiered. They get no points for heat races, but they do get points for the B main and the main event. And again, Bobby Pierce came in tonight as the points leader, and it's the best of the 2 nights, Dustin. At the new Trinac Solutions start zone, we are underway.
Tim McCready and Carson Ferguson bring him to the green, and McCready will get the early advantage off into turns 1 and 2. We saw that high side coming in a little bit in that last heat race. You see it right there. Carson Ferguson with a good run to the outside. Will he be able to pull even with the Rocket 1 through turns 3 and 4? McCready will drive it in deep, take the line away from Carson Ferguson, and McCready's your leader at the end of 1.
McCready 1 win here, and of course he won this race, what, in 2008, right?
2018?
2018.
Yes.
No, it was 2008.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
right.
It was that far long ago. Yes. That was that memorable night where we had all kinds of action. I think Tony Stewart was in that one, and
yes, he was.
Put on a show in that one. The Smoke did that one as they go down the main straightaway.
Is that the year Smoke was runner-up? He was runner-up in this race one year, right?
No, he was in the top 10, though.
Are you sure?
We'll double check.
Okay.
I know a website.
Yes, I do. I do too.
Good down the back straightaway. Thornton now. Here comes Brandon.
Tony Stewart was second in 2006.
Thank you very much. That was the third annual. Who won? That was Brian Shirley.
It was Brian
That
Shirley.
was the spin to win. He restarted 31st and came back and won it.
That's exactly
Brian
right.
Shirley, our first heat race winner of the night. But right now it's all the Rocket 1 of Tim McCready. There you have Thornton back there in the 20 RTs, back to 4th. Moran 5th. Man, this Group A has been loaded all night long. And we're trying to get 5 more into that main event, Dustin.
Yeah, the rest of the balance of the field then will fall into 1 and 2 B mains coming up a little bit later on as RTJ. You heard Brian Shirley mention what a slick racetrack it is. Field really bunched up back there. Oh, man, Ricky Thornton Jr. gets a little sideways coming off the corner. That momentarily opens up the door for Devin Moran. Good battle, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, all right there together. But this all happens 3.3 seconds behind your leader, Timmy McCready.
Remember when Thornton came here for one of the first times at the late model a few years ago? Remember he drove for Chad Stapleton?
Yes, he did.
And ended up on his side.
Yes.
He did, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Thornton won here in 2018, the IMCA modified. He's a 3-time winner. He swept it a year ago. But right now, Tim McCready, 4 seconds the advantage over Dalton Wilson. How tough the field was here last night. Wilson and Alberson had to come out of a B main. But Tim McCready, that Durham Ford Rocket 1 down the main straightaway. 7 laps in the books. Dalton Wilson 2nd. Moran has climbed to 3rd now as he's gotten around Ferguson. Chris Simpson up to 5th. Thornton on the outside looking in, did 20 RT. He came in tonight 24th in the points here at Knoxville after one night.
Tim McCready looking, I mean, just really, really good out in the front of this here field. Herminator in second, Moran third, Ferguson for cousin Carson. Ferguson in fourth. Chris Simpson right now in that final transfer. But this one has been all Tim McCready since the drop of the green flag. There's the battle for the fourth spot on your screen. Carson Ferguson had it, but Chris Simpson just took it away.
Notice how that groove in 3 and 4 has moved up there. McCready back on the bottom out at 2. Here comes Ferguson in the 93. But again, Dalton Wilson second. Moran, Simpson, Ferguson as we head to the 2 to go signal from chief starter Justin Clark. And the Valvoline Soybert Calf Ranch is number 1. A straightaway lead in at turn 1.
Yeah, just 2 laps to go in this one for Timmy McCready, and he has been incredibly dominant in this heat race. Dalton Wilson's been a little bit quicker over the last couple laps. He has quote unquote trimmed the lead to 3.7 seconds. James, coming around to the Barron's Performance, 1 to go.
McCready still holds the advantage. Dominating here in heat number 2, Summit Racing Equipment heat number 2 in the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. Dalton Wilson in that second spot in that Ratliff Motorsports entry. Moran, Simpson, Ferguson. But DJ, it is all Watertown, New York's Tim McCready in heat 2 here tonight.
Tim McCready gets it done, and the second spot is just now going to go to Dalton Wilson. Devin Moran third, Chris Simpson fourth, and Carson Ferguson holds off Tyler Bruning for fifth, Ricky Thornton Jr. seventh, Clay Harris eighth, Al Humphrey ninth. That's how they finish Summit Racing heat 2. So Carson Ferguson grabs that final transfer. Chris Simpson finishes fourth. Devin Moran comes home third. Second goes to the 18D of Dalton Wilson. And the winner of heat race number 2 in the Valvoline Soybert Calf Ranches, Petroff Towing, Performance Grading, Ace Metalworks, Gunners Honey, Franklin Enterprises, Rocket One, the Durham Power Plant under the hood out of Watertown, New York. He's the 2008 winner of this race. How about it for T-Mac Tim McCready?
Tim McCready 5th. Last night he started 5th. He finished 5th. He is 4th in the overall points for the Knoxville Late Model Nationals. And of course, he is 5th in the Lucas Oil standings, just 15 points out of that 4th and final spot in the Big River Steel chase for the championship spot presented by ARP. And Tim, you just won that heat race by 3 seconds going away. I know it wasn't the qualifying effort you wanted, but how happy are you with the car right now?
Yeah, it's really balanced. We just tried a bunch of stuff today to get a lot freer after last night with it being so heavy. And I mean, it looked like it was going to be a little drier, but I didn't expect it to change this fast. And I actually felt good no matter kind of where I ran. I think it's going to equal out sooner or later, but hats off to this Rocket team at Valvoline and everybody behind it, man. We're feel good tonight. Probably not going to start near the front, but we need to be good in traffic anyways to be able to be better for tomorrow.
Tim McCready going after his 17th Knoxville Late Model Nationals start. Last year he was 8th and he was the champion in 08. Guys, it's time for Earnhardt Technologies Heat 3.
The Bills are unbeaten. Are the Bills 2-0? That's his Bills, Buffalo Bills, right? Are they 2-0? They're 2-0. They're leading the AFC East, right?
Yes, yeah, they.
All right, never mind. Okay. We're on Earnhardt Technologies number 3. On the pole will be the 18 out of Manhattan, Kansas. That'll be Chase Young Hands. And the 99B out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. That is Boom Briggs.
Row number 2 on the inside, 2-time winner of this race, the Newport Nightmare, Jimmy Owens out of Newport, Tennessee. And on his outside, a heat race winner here one night ago out of Georgetown, Delaware. The 7 is Ross Robinson.
The 22 will be Daniel Hilzebeck. He's out of Earlham, Iowa. And outside, Garrett Alberson, currently 6th in the Lucas Oil points. He is out of Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Mount Vernon, Iowa's Chad Simpson starts inside row 4. He's a 4-time and reigning Lucas Oil MLRA champion on his outside. Out of Omaha, Nebraska, in the 62, it's Justin Zeitner.
Then you have Matt Furman out of Iowa City, Iowa in 51, and Junior Coover, the veteran, out of Norfolk, Nebraska in 10.
10 cars are in Earnhardt Technologies heat race number 3. 5 of them race their way into the show. The top 6 inverted based on qualifying times. Garrett Alberson was the overall fastest qualifier in Group B, so he starts 6th in this heat race. That means Chase Young Hands and Boom Briggs lead them to the green in the Nutrient Ag Solutions starting zone.
Down the main straightaway, Ross Robinson, you mentioned a heat race winner here last night, right through the middle in 7. Owens on the bottom. Alberson up top. Here comes Garrett. Had to come out of the B main last night. Alberson works the outside. Meanwhile, Battle lead at turn number 3. On the bottom, Chase Young Hands. He had a good hot rod here last night, but had a flat tire. Was it a flat tire in the 18D? Cost him 18J, I should say, right? He leads lap number 1. We've got 18D and 18J.
Yeah, the similarly font. Oh, Jimmy Owens hard into the wall down in turns 1 and 2, and that will bring out a Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag. You just saw Owens tap the roof of his car. That is typically a signal that he is okay, to let race control know, but that will bring out this Dave Warren Power Sports caution for the first time this evening, as the driver that has won this race twice at Tim Short Auto Group, Reese Monument Company, Ultimate Towing and Recovery Rocket, is going to see his heat race come to a premature end with 1 scored, 11 remaining. Take a look at your FloRacing instant replay here, James, and see exactly what happened to Jimmy Owens in the 20.
Contact with, looked like with Hilsebeck, and maybe something broke on the left front of that car. While we're under this Dave Warren Power Sports caution, don't forget to go to DaveWarrenSegway.com to register. We're going to give away that 2024 Segway UT10E side-by-side, valued at $14,000. We'll give it away at the season finale at Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship at Eldora Speedway on October the 19th. Again, DaveWarrenSegway.com to register.
And that is coming up soon.
It's coming up soon. Hey, don't forget also, this is the Big River Steel Big Four this weekend. They'll share $16,000. Ricky Thornton Jr., he'll get a $10,000 check tomorrow night after that. We know Jonathan Davenport right now second to the points. He'll get $2K. Devin Brand will get $2K. And then you have the battle for fourth. Either Hudson O'Neill or Tim McCready will get a $2,000 check tomorrow night. Again, thanks to Scott Coleman, who's here this weekend at Big River Steel for all that he does for Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Ben.
Daniel Hilsebeck down here in the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit, and they had a little bit of damage on the right side of that race car. Also a torn up mud cover on the right front as he's down here going to work. And you talked about Chase Younghands. He said last night that they think what might have ever cut down the tires on Ricky Thornton Jr.'s car might be what got his right front as well and knocked him out of the show last night. So they're looking for better luck today, but they said, you know what, when you go into the turns here at Knoxville, if you have a flat, you're really lucky not to tear a race car up. And you see Jimmy Owens up there in the fence. It's really easy to get into this very daunting fence here at Knoxville.
Yeah, absolutely. The rollback back there to get the 20 car extracted off the speedway. Hey, reminder of the folks here on the grounds as well. Earlier start times tomorrow as we race to beat Mother Nature. The Dirt Racing Outreach Service in Dyer Hudson Hall behind the main grandstands. That will be at noon tomorrow. So the Dirt Racing Outreach Service, that is open and available for anybody to attend. That will be at noon tomorrow in Dyer Hudson Hall. Pit gates will open at 1 p.m. tomorrow. General admission gates will open at 3 p.m. tomorrow. The FloRacing broadcast will begin at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow Central Time. Hot laps at 4 p.m. Racing to follow. So again, pits at 1, general admission at 3, hot laps at 4, and racing to follow here tomorrow night. Also, James, we got to send a big shout out to our friends at YourLifeIowa.org. They are the presenting sponsor here all weekend long. And if you or a loved one are facing problems with gambling, substance use, or mental health, Your Life Iowa offers 24/7 free and confidential support. You can call, text, or chat at YourLifeIowa.org.
Don't forget also, fans, the Slideways Karting Center is open after tonight's activities, just up the road there on Highway 14. Again, no autograph session tomorrow afternoon. Heat number 4 waits in the lineup. Shoot to see Jimmy Owens pull. Wow.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, the nose piece stuck in the guardrail down there.
Yes, it is. We got one more angle, I think, our speed camera yeah, there it goes. And it is indeed, it is embedded in that guardrail down there. We got a speed shot of the contact between the 20 and the 22 in the front straightaway here, James. Oh, does the speed camera survive? Yes, it does.
Well, tough break for Jimmy Owens. 3 times a winner here overall at Knoxville. Twice winner of the Knoxville Late Model Nationals. And he had Jonathan Davenport tie him for the second most wins in the Lucas Oil competition with 82 here last night. And Jimmy comes into this weekend. He is currently 9th in the championship points.
Yeah, tough break for him. He got that win earlier this season at East Bay Raceway Park, and Jimmy Owens has been an up and down year for the four-time former Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion, former Dirt Track World Champion as well. There's a great shot of that front bumper. You can see where it is embedded in the guardrail down there in turns 1 and 2. And I'm going to be honest, that might take a little bit of work to get that out of there. They may end up having to hook, and they may end up having to hook the bumper up to a wrecker or a winch and pull that out of the guardrail down there.
You realize not once last night did we have to use the wrecker.
No.
At all.
No.
So we may have to use it twice here in this race. 1 lap in the books. Chase Younghans is your leader. Then it's Boom Briggs, Garrett Alberson, Ross Roberts. Owens was 5th.
Well, as they work to get that bumper pulled out of the guardrail down in turns 1 and 2, those of you watching at home, we'll step aside for a quick 60-second break. We'll come back with the conclusion of Earnhardt Technologies Heat Race number 3. 1 lap in the books, 11 laps remaining here at Knoxville. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Knoxville Raceway in Knoxville, Iowa, for night number 2 of the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. As they have,
we got it.
I think they finally
got it.
Bumper.
Hey DJ, you know we've got our Casey's popcorn giveaway, and they've already given out the popcorn. It was not number 41. We're 41 up here, right?
The what?
Third level. We're the 41st booth or something.
We got the grilled cheese though.
We did. E14 was the winner tonight. Section E14. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You should already have your Casey's popcorn down there. E14, our winner tonight. We're a winner with our grilled cheese sandwiches. Thank you very much. We got one left up here, I think.
Yeah, the Grilled Cheese Nationals, by the way, don't forget, coming up afterwards, turn 4. Big shout out to 34 Raceway, Hooker Trucking, Johnson Holding Company, and the great folks for continuing that great tradition here shortly after midnight in the 20th running of the Lucas Oil Knoxville. Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals back underway in Earnhardt Technologies. Heat 3, Chase Younghands is your leader, 1 lap in, 11 to go. Here comes Garrett Albertson from 6th.
On the back straightaway, Garrett Albertson on the move in 58. Garrett Albertson, again, nobody, and then we had the invert last night. Bobby Pierce was the only driver to come from 6th to win a heat last night. And right now, Albertson running up there in the 2nd spot behind Chase Younghands, the Manhattan, Kansas driver. Then you have 3rd, Chad Simpson down the back straightaway, the Johnson Holding number 25 car. Boom still 4th. Justin Zeitner in that Schwartzhorn runs in 5th for the Malvern, Iowa driver, but Younghands looking good at 18.
I love it, the
Schwartzhorn.
Nobody does it better than you, my friend. There he is in the 62. The 99B of Boom Briggs currently in 4th. It's Chad Simpson in 3rd. Garrett Albertson 2nd. Chase Younghands your leader. There's Ross Robinson trying to work his way into the show. James, right now, he is 1 spot out of a transfer. He won a heat race here a night ago. Right now, he runs in 6th.
How about Boom? Good job for Boom right now in 4th. Zeitner and Robinson to the battle. Then Furman Hilzebeck out of this one. Coover and Jimmy Owens down the back straightaway. Here comes Boom Briggs. Boom Briggs into turn 3, trying to make a move. They go side by side. Boom had to back out of it. Almost lost it. Meanwhile, Robinson on the outside. Boom in trouble. Boom in trouble in turn 4, and a Dave Warren Power Sports caution is out. And I don't know if he rolled the nose piece, but he got in there hot and heavy. I don't believe there was any contact with the car he was racing with. That was kind of crazy. We'll see that hopefully on the replays. Boom backs it up.
I think he did. I think they made contact down there getting into 3. Yeah, Boom. Yeah, you see Boom with damage on the right front, and Chad Simpson with damage on the left side of the 25. And that's what brings out this Dave Warren Power Sports caution flag, as those 2 drivers were doing battle for the 3rd spot here. 4 laps in. Is Boom going to back that car?
He does have reverse
down the staging lane. Is that what he's doing right here?
I think he is. Ben Shelton, Boom coming into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit backwards. Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah, Boom's doing Boom things down here. Meanwhile, Jimmy Owens, they're trying to get this car off the rollback. They finally will. They've got the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit completely blocked down here. We'll wait on Boom to make his way down. Crew Chief Shane Winans, and tough break for Boom. He had a good run going there. And
yeah,
Lucas Oil official's going to help him back in, and that's going to be a first, guys. I've never seen anybody come into the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Hot Pit backwards.
Literally.
See the damage, yeah, on the 25 car. By the way, we talked about the stock cars, and you and I were over in the pit area. 360 cubic inch. They run the 8-inch Hoosier tires, and they have a claim rule, they told me, on the shocks, a couple of guys. I like that. We need to bring them to Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, IMCA stock cars. Please.
Please. Listen, I will work on that for you during the offseason.
They put on a great show, and they're going to have one feature coming up here, but we need to have them back. 11 years is too long. Let's not wait 11 more years, right?
That's right. Let's bring them back to this one next year.
Yes, sir. Executive decision already made. Jason Reed, John McCoy, thank you.
It's Jason Reed's birthday, and so for
Happy
his birthday present, I will bring the IMCA stock cars back in 2025. Chase Younghands is the leader of Earnhardt Technologies heat race number 3. James, 4 laps scored, 8 laps to go. This one's been a battle of attrition thus far. 2 Dave Warren Power Sports cautions the entire night, and they both flown in this heat race. We're back underway.
Good restart for Chad Simpson's last night victory fuel pole winner. Chad Simpson out at 2. In Albertson third down the back straightaway. It is still Chase Younghands in that rocket, car 18 off of turn 4. Meanwhile, trying to make that top work as they come off of 4. It is still Young Hands, Simpson, Alberson, Robinson, and then Hilsebeck at 22, who's up to 5th.
Garrett Alberson right now. Alberson was in second. You called it. Chad Simpson was able to get by on that restart, and now Daniel Hilsebeck and Justin Zeitner battling for the final transfer. That's the 5th place battle on your screen, and Hilsebeck with a run on the outside going to take it away that time around. 6 down, 6 to go in this one, James. We're halfway home.
3 and 4, they can run the bottom, the middle, and the top. Still trying to work that in out in 1 and 2. Young Hands, he can run anywhere. Slides up top, down main straightaway. 7 down, 5 to go. Chad Simpson trying to go after him. Chad Simpson trying to win his 5th Lucas Oil MLRA title this year. He has a preliminary win here at Knoxville. The current Lucas Oil MLRA points leader. Then you have Hilsebeck back here in 5th. Robinson 4th, Alberson 3rd, off at turn 4, 8 down, 4 to go here in Earnhardt Technologies heat number 3.
1.6 seconds the advantage for Chase Young Hands in this one over Chad Simpson, Garrett Alberson, Ross Robinson, and there's your 5th place car, Daniel Hilsebeck on the left side of your screen. You see he's been able to stretch out his cushion in that final transfer over the 62 of Justin Zeitner. Young Hands, look at it, as you mentioned earlier, James, Young Hands had a good run going here last night, as Ben talked about as well. Had a flat tire, thought maybe that whatever happened to the 20 RT of Ricky Thornton Jr. possibly is what they ran over on the racetrack as well. He's trying to make up for it here tonight, coming around to 2 laps to go, the Manhattan, Kansas driver.
Alberson trying to make a move on Simpson. By the way, the fastest time in qualifying was 18.355 by Blair. So the track has slowed down about 2, almost 3 seconds here as we've gotten into the 3rd heat race. That should make for some better racing, though. It is slick from top to bottom.
Yes, it is.
Here comes Young Hands. By now, Alberson trying to get a run. Here comes Garrett down the main straightaway at the Barron's Performance. 1 lap to go. I'm just glad timing and scoring's working.
It's working.
Here comes Alberson on the outside. DJ down the back straightaway. Final lap.
Final time around. Battle behind this for the 2nd spot, and right on cue, we double it up for you at home. Young Hands will get the win. That's the race for 2nd. Coming off corner number 4, Alberson's got a run on the outside, won't get it done. Chad Simpson hangs on to the 2nd spot. Alberson 3rd, Ross Robinson 4th, Daniel Hilsebeck finishes 5th, and it's Justin Zeitner 6th, Matt Furman 7th, Junior Coover finishes in 8th. So 5th goes to Daniel Hilsebeck in the 22. 4th is the 7. That's Ross Robinson. 3rd is the 58 of Garrett Alberson. 2nd, the 25 of Chad Simpson. And your winner is going to take the long way around to visit Ben Shelton. He's the driver out of Manhattan, Kansas. The Young Hands Discount Liquor Shop Quick Convenience Stores, Bozard Ford sponsored. Number 18, and he's an 8-time starter in the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals. How about it for Chase Young Hands?
As you said, Chase, an 8-time starter in this event. His best finish ever, well, it was last year. He was 6th in 2023. Last night, 26th in the points after night 1, but it's your best of 2 nights, and tonight he's going to definitely improve on that as he picks up the win in Earnhardt Technologies Heat Race number 3, a 1-time feature winner this year. Well, Chase, no tire issues tonight, a good race car. What kind of changes do you need on the 18 for the main event?
Just be able to turn just a little bit better, but it's crazy. I mean, the track's slowed down, but we're still hauling the mail. So car's been good all weekend. We just got to have a little bit of luck, but I don't know where that puts me. I qualified like crap, so we'll probably be mid-pack, but hopefully we make the right adjustments for this feature.
Well, you heard him say it right there, guys. It is slick out there, but you're still hauling the mail, and Chase Young Hands wins Heat Race 3. Now it's time for Simpson Race Products Heat Race number 4.
There you go. Thank you, Ben. Simpson Race Products heat number 4 brought to you by Simpson Race Products, right?
That's right.
Not a Simpson in it again tonight. It's Brendan Smith. He's on the pole, the 17SS out of Dade City, Florida. And Mikey Marler alongside the 157 out of Winfield, Tennessee, a 5-time winner here at Knoxville.
What was the temperature today? 88? There's a snowdrift here, though. James Blair Nodorf going to start on the inside of row number 2 out of Renner, South Dakota. And it is outside out of Urbana, Missouri, the 8, Dylan McCowan.
Bobby Pierce, 32 wins this year, second last night after starting 8th out of Oakwood, Illinois. And Garrett, he was the fastest in this heat. He'll start 6th out of Eatonton, Georgia, in car number 10.
And
Aaron Morant.
Yeah, Aaron Murray, yeah. We lost it there. I didn't get...
Well, they're giving us a preview of the Grilled Cheese Nationals there.
Yes,
a little
they
bit.
are.
Aaron Morant, Dylan Silman, and Corey Lawler
disappeared.
in 93.
I hate when that happens.
I think Ian Malley went to get him some... Never mind. All right.
Some grilled cheese?
The Brandon Ford Pace Truck makes its way to the infield. Final heat of the night for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. There'll be 2 B mains coming up. And don't forget, we got that stock car feature. How many laps tonight?
Scotty said 20.
Let's do it.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
We need Rigsby here to bump up the purse like he did down at Ocala, right?
Do it. Brendan Smith on the pole. Mike Marlar on the outside. Green flag is out and we're underway. In your 4th and final Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat race of the night. Simpson Race Products Heat 4 and Mike Marlar trying to get the early advantage over Brendan Smith. Weren't those two in the front row of the heat last night together?
Mikey Marlar, yes, he was. They go into turn number 3. Smith had a flat tire. Then he had an oil leak as they come off of turn number 4 as they get 1 lap in after starting at the Nutrient Solution start zone. And it's Mikey Marlar. You okay over there?
Yes, I'm good now. Thank you. Twisted up.
Some Wisconsin.
I was.
Remember that when
yes,
we went
yes,
to,
oh yeah. Wisconsin. Yes.
Yes, down the back straight away. It's Mikey Marlar. Josh Davis. On that crew, of course, Jerry Sprouse and Cody Smith. Cody Smith racing last week at Lake Cumberland. All the crew went down to see him.
Oh, my. Well, it's 3 wide down the front straightaway. Look at Garrett Smith thread the needle right there.
Now the 10 car down the back straightaway.
That was all for a transfer as well. 4th, 5th, 6th, all right there together. Oh, how about that?
Qualified at 18.3. The last lap by Marlar was at 20.869. Like I said, it's going to get better. We got 2 B mains in the main event tonight at 25 laps. And again, the best of the 2 nights. Bobby Pierce, the top point man after last night, down the back straightaway in 32. What a year he has had. 32 wins, but he has never won here at Knoxville. As they come off at turn 4, Bobby Pierce to the inside of Brendan Smith into turn 1. They go side by side.
Bobby Pierce last night, the high point man. At the end of the night, it is your best of the 2 nights. That's the battle for... we lost a transponder maybe on the 32 of Pierce. It shows him as 9th. That is incorrect. That's the battle. Was the battle for the 3rd spot. About to be a battle for the 2nd spot. Dylan McCowan has it. Pierce going to try to take it away.
Who needs an invert and a transponder, right? Down the back straightaway, Dylan McCowan.
Move over inverts.
That's right. It's right. 8. Car number 8, last year's Lucas Oil Rookie of the Year, slides up the track. Pierce right behind him. It's still Mikey Marlar out in front in the Skyline Motorsports car. 157. The Red Horn out at turn 2, and here comes Pierce on the bottom out at 2 for 2nd.
That is the battle for the 2nd spot. Halfway home, 6 laps in the book, 6 laps remaining. Mike Marlar 2.2 seconds out front of this one, but that's a good battle. Was a good battle for the 2nd spot. McCowan, though, getting a good run off corner number 4, and he's able to stay out ahead of that 32 car. And that's something not a lot of folks have been able to do. Mike Marlar remains your race leader in the 157.
McCowan trying to cut in the lead. There's 5 to go. That good turn number 2 there as he pulls away from Pierce. Now Pierce will come under fire from Brendan Smith. Then it's Garrett Smith, Nodorf, Morant, Silman, and Lawler trying to get in there as we have out at turn number 2, Mikey Marlar. Down the back straightaway.
Yeah, 3rd, 4th, and 5th there on your screen. Pierce has slipped up a little bit there those last couple laps. Brendan Smith trying to work his way back by him. These 3 drivers, all 3 right now, solidly in the show as they're about a 1.5 seconds ahead of Blair Nodorf, who runs in 6th, this time by James. 3 laps to go. Brendan Smith trying to inch back ahead of Bobby Pierce. Pierce had it that time by 17 one-thousandths of a second.
Over the years, the state of Tennessee has owned this race. Marlar's won 3 times, Owens twice, Scott Bloomquist won twice. McCowan throwing it in turn 4. You see Pierce and Smith going at it down the main straightaway. Good battle here side by side. How about the youngster Brendan Smith? Pierce still has the advantage. Then it's Garrett Smith at 10.
Yeah, Mike Marlar backing up just a little bit here at Dylan McCowan. Not a ton. McCowan's been able to take about 5, maybe 6/10 off of Marlar's lead. But this time by James are coming around to the Barron's Performance, 1 to go. Marlar, McCowan, and then the battle on the right side of your screen for 3rd, 4th, and 5th between Pierce, Brendan Smith, and Garrett Smith. They head down the back straightaway for the final time.
McCowan's cut in the lead, but it's all she wrote. Mikey Marlar's going to lead it. But how about this battle back here as we double it up? Pierce, Smith, and Smith.
Yeah, Brendan Smith going to drive it in deep. Marlar is going to get the win. McCowan's going to finish in 2nd. They fan out almost 3 wide. They do go 3 wide off the corner. Garrett Smith, 2 for the price of 1. Yes, sir. Garrett Smith will unofficially take 3rd at the line.
3 wide.
Pierce unofficially 4th, and Brendan Smith unofficially 5th. Wow. Well, that was interesting. How about that run Garrett Smith got? That man right there is the one that got it done. You say it all the time, James, the only 3-time Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals champion out of Winfield, Tennessee in the Skyline Motorsports, Bennett Explosives, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Breeding Rock Products, K&M Auto Salvage, Ocean Explosives, Truck Country sponsored, Longhorn number 157. How about it for Mike Marlar?
Mike Marlar has started this event 10 times. He's won it 3 times. He was 2nd last year. And Mike, a heat race win last night, another heat race win tonight. What did you learn from last night that's going to help you for tonight's feature?
Well, I'm not really sure, not too much. So just having a hard time steering, getting around the track. But luckily they keep averting his heat and giving me a chance. So at least I'm winning something.
Well, Mike's got a smile on his face. We talked about it. A hauler fire last week. It's been a little bit of everything, but he picks up his 2nd heat race win in as many nights. As he's down to the UNOH scales, he'll clear them. And guys, just like that, 4 Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series heat races in the books.
Absolutely, Ben. Thank you very much. With that, heat races are in the books. We've got 2 B-mains for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series coming up here in just a little bit. If you're on the grounds, it's an opportunity to stand up and stretch your legs. If you're watching at home, don't go anywhere. Those B-mains coming up next. It's night 2 of the Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals, presented by Your Life Iowa, and you're watching it all live. It's MAV TV on FloRacing.
I don't know what it is. I totally feel like I'm a kid again when I get on my buzz bike.
Horsepower, baby. You know me, I like horsepower.
We no longer bring golf carts to the racetrack because we have buzz bikes.
Whatever you do, General Tire delivers.
Every race matters for the Big River Steel Chase for the Championship, presented by ARP. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series competitors will battle it out at every race for a chance to win the Series Championship and a record total points fund payout of over $1 million. 4 drivers will battle for the Series Championship at the season finale to determine the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion.
ARP, the ultimate fasteners for racing in the dirt. With high horsepower demands, ARP delivers maximum clamping force and performance. When failure on the dirt is not an option, it's ARP-bolts.com.
Protect the Harvest was created to defend and preserve American freedoms and to support farmers, ranchers, outdoor enthusiasts, and animal owners. Protecting agriculture, protecting our rights, our traditions, our rural way of life. Protecting America. To get involved, please visit our Facebook page or protecttheharvest.com. Support us by donating today. Protect the Harvest is a nonprofit 501c3 corporation registered in Missouri.
The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is brought to you by General Tire. For whatever you do, General Tire delivers. By Buzz Electric Bicycles, Buzz through life. And by E3 Spark Plugs, what are you running? Back here at Knoxville, Iowa, Knoxville Raceway, night number 2 of the 20th Lucas Oil Late Model Knoxville Nationals, presented by Your Life, Iowa. Are you or a loved one facing problems with substance abuse, gambling, or mental issues? Your Life Iowa offers 24/7 free and confidential support. Call, text, or chat at yourlifeiowa.org. DJ, a busy week coming up. Of course, Eldora tonight, along with Knoxville tonight and tomorrow night. So a lot of stuff going on.
It's www.floracing.com/events for all the upcoming events right here on FloRacing. Here's a small sampling of what we are offering, including the BC 39 next weekend, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, Brown